Hey, Randy Patrick here. Hope you're doing well. Just going to share some more information I've been researching and finding on the news wires and the internet. Saw a thing on CNBC a few weeks ago, and we're talking about the negative equity. So what negative equity is, essentially, is that you owe more than your house is worth in today's market. So if you sold your house today and you paid off your financing, you would actually have to bring money to the table. That's negative equity. In some cases, some people have a lot of negative equity. They're sort of hurt by it. So that number has been falling over the years. Back in the peak, it was about 12 to 14 million people or households across the country had negative equity. I'm not talking the peak of the foreclosure issue, the housing crisis. Where we are today is around 6 million people. Now, you will see that various news reports will differ on the amount of negative equity, and I think it's all based on how they calculate it. I typically sort of go with certain people that I think are relatively good on their reporting techniques, etc. I'm looking at basically about 6 million people here, which still is a significant amount of homeowners with mortgages that can't sell their home. So what does this actually mean? So if you have a property or a country where property is appreciating at a pretty high rate over the past couple of years, and there still is 6 million people that can't sell their homes, we still have a problem. We still really haven't come out of the housing crisis if you really want to get down to it. So where we are today, and I've shared with you over the past few videos about all the signs that I think point to another bubble is here and a housing crisis is coming, that this does not help. So these are people that were stuck from the last housing crisis that haven't been able to sell, and maybe they don't want to sell, they're sort of waiting it out essentially if it's their home, but who knows. But again, if it happens again, their position's only going to get worse. So I just find it interesting the fact that we've talked about, or the media's talked about the past couple years, how great everything is, how all the property value has gone up and everything's wonderful, but now we're seeing all these signs that point back to the crisis that we had back a number of years ago. So the issue again is not, these people can't sell and bring money to the table. It's not physically, financially available, so they're stuck with their property. So another economic crisis is going to hurt them and push them towards default or having something bad happen to them. So again, keep that in mind when you look at where the market's headed and what's going on. These are all potential, I think, short sales or people that are going to try to refi or loan mod, and that could be beneficial for us if we're working that market or putting them through our cash flow bailout mortgage violation system. So thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you soon.